Welcome to the Daily Jump, and today we are traveling to Quebec to spend some time with Bermalva. Bermalva has an incredible history of creation and creating, things that are new and fresh on this earth. She is the owner and manager of the Pontiac Wellness Center, which is part of the Santonai Earth-Based Healing Center, where she runs retreats. She's a shaman in the mystic arts and also the coordinator of an amazing festival called Bhakti in the Woods, which has been growing and developing for 8 years into something very rich and powerful. Bermalva, I'm so delighted to have you here with us today on the Daily Jump. So Bermalva,
thank you, Regina.
Bermalva, I just want to start by talking a bit about some of these things that you normally are investing your time heavily into and coordinating and managing. Let's start perhaps with Bhakti in the Woods, which is such a gem in your area. It's such a powerful festival, and how the current situation has impacted your festival.
Mm-hmm. So last week, we received word from our government here in Quebec that all festivals and outdoor gatherings like the one we host, basically we can't have them if they happen before August 31st. So we were 2 weeks too soon in that. And so we've decided to go along with that and close it down. And, there was a lot of, at first, a lot of sadness associated with that, and some disappointment and all of that, as it's something that we've always kept going for 8 years now. And at the same time, there was the surge of freedom and relief, because putting together something like that is a whole year's process leading up to it, and does take a lot of admin work and communications and things like that. So there was a relief from that. So that's sort of where we sit and surrender to what's happening. And then it kind of took a creative, I guess you could say, explosion, but it was a very small explosion, where we thought, well, now we have this new space to really create some beautiful art on the land, and installations and sacred spaces, essentially, that we always wanted to produce, yet because of all the admin and all of the background noise that goes along with developing a festival, we didn't really have the time or the energy to put into that. So so that has made me very excited, and excited to share whatever is going to happen, whatever we're going to create on the earth, outside, and in the woods, with our community in the following year, because there's a lot of space now for that, a lot of time, and I guess that's what the festival wanted this year, in a sense.
That's beautiful. It sounds very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Pinterest has been an excellent idea,
Really?
inspiration.
For that,
Yeah.
for this particular vein of exploration, it's been, I'm surprised.
Yep. I'll get ideas from on there, and then kind of make it into more unique to this area, unique to this festival way. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that sounds really incredible. So you're going to invite people to create installations themselves?
That's always a possibility. If they're able to come here
Yeah.
and do that. It could be something also that where people create something and then bring it next year as well. In fact, you're just giving me this inspiration right now in this conversation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they've got time right now to create. And I'm sure that there's people who would love to be getting out if they're able to move, because of course there's a lot of restrictions in your area about movement. The timeline is fairly long out, but they could be designing it right now or um, preparing things. It could be a competition or something like that. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds very exciting to have a different expression this year by the sounds of it.
Yes, yes, and it's so funny because every year we have a different theme to elaborate on, and in this year it's honoring Mother Earth, and it just happened. It happened because we're all taking more subtle note, and having that retreat, and yeah, and a lot of people are connecting to nature in a different way from what I've been seeing and experiencing. So it was, even though it's not the same expression of the festival this year,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the theme and the um, uh, expression of this particular year is happening, even though we're not coming physically together.
Yeah,
It's doing, the magic is happening.
yeah, that's really incredible. So I want to invite you to talk a little bit about your wellness center, because how it's impacted the work that you've done there and how you've had to approach that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So at our wellness center, it's massage therapy, and we have a Reiki therapist, and we do yoga classes. So that's sort of the gist of it. Of course, physical contact not possible, so we're not practicing in that way um, at this time. So it's a space that when the pandemic started, we were almost to the end of our yoga session for the winter session. And so I said, well, we can't meet, but I can give you videos. So I used the workspace as a video recording studio, and made videos for the students too, so that they would have some yoga and meditation at home. And so that's one way that it's been transformed, and then of course moving things online. So the students that were interested in online meditation, more of a shamanic journeying meditation class, we've been doing that every week online, and there's students that are all over the world. So it's really nice to connect in that way, and transform our connection. But otherwise, it's just sitting there. The center's just sitting there,
Yeah.
and used, and the plants are still growing in the windows. The plants are having a good time.
So, as someone that I would consider a wise woman, I'm just curious as to how you're viewing these times and what you're seeing as the opportunities